This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, first, Greg, no, I did not have technical difficulties tonight. I was just getting, my sugar honey iced tea together. That's all. That's all we had to do. But anyway, thank you, Greg, for being here and being patient, by the way. I got my man Tony Crow in the building, and, we're just going to recap the Knicks All-Star Saturday night as Jalen Brunson and Jacob Toppin basically, get eliminated from their respective contests early. You know what I mean? Listen, Jalen Brunson was, he was right there. You know what I mean? I mean, in that last rack, all he had to do was knock down 2 of them. You know what I mean? And he would have had the lead, but he didn't knock him down. You know what I mean? It's all good though. It's all good. Tony, what's popping with you, man? What you think about tonight? Hold on 1 second, Tony. 1 second, because I don't think they can hear you. Let me make sure I get that straight. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, please. So now, Greg, Greg put it in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Blame Greg. Greg put it in the air. Technical difficulties. He put it in the air. You know what I'm saying? So I blame you now, Greg. You know what I mean? You put it in the air. Go ahead. Say something now, Tony.
Mic check.
Yeah, okay.
Shout
I think
out to
we're
the
good
chat.
now. I think we're good now. Greg, don't do that to us, my brother. Please. Don't do that to us. There we go. I think we're good now. Anyway, go ahead, Tony. Go ahead and finish explaining before Greg rudely interrupted.
Your black is time. I said he Brunson 3-point contest. He got off to a rough start, got off to a rough finish, but he had a chance at the end. He got hot in the middle. Got a hot during the stretch, but I think if he would have made those last 2, he would have been tied with the other 4. It was 4 guys.
Yeah. It was 4 of them that scored 26, right? 4 of them scored 26. He would have been right there, but he, didn't happen for him. That's cool though. I mean, listen, I was just glad for him to be there. I really didn't care too much if he won anything. You know what I mean? I just want him to leave out of there healthy because the Knicks have enough injuries. You know what I mean? That's all I care about. Leave the All-Star game healthy and intact. You know what I mean? Win or lose, just leave healthy. You know what I mean? So he left the 3-point contest healthy. That's all I care about.
And speaking about putting things in the air, Brunson, he set the bar low, talking about he just want to beat Randall's score. He should have went out there and said, "Hey, I want to win this thing," and then maybe he would have pulled it off.
Right. What did Randall score when he was in it?
Don't quote me, but for some reason 13 sticks out. But don't quote me.
Yeah. I mean, when Randall was in it, it was because he was shooting 42% from the 3-point line that year, something like that. You know what I mean? But for the most part, he's not a shooter that way.
And somebody mentioned it earlier on Ron's show. I don't know if it was accurate or not, but they said he was a replacement. If so, I didn't realize that. So
Yeah.
But that would make some more sense.
Yeah. Now, I would have liked to see. I mean, obviously Randall was hurt. If Randall was healthy, I would have liked to see the Knicks participate in
Skills.
the skills challenge. Yeah. You know what I mean? I would have liked to see that, but with everybody hurt, obviously, you know what I mean. We don't need anybody participating in anything else. You know what I mean?
Tibbs would have protested it. Like he would have been like, "Hey, defense is a skill. Where's the defensive challenge?"
Right. You know what I'm saying? Where's the defensive slides across the lane? You know what I'm saying? You got to get 10 of those in before you can move on to the next one. You know what I mean? What did you think about, Steph and
Oh yeah.
What you think
That
about?
girl could shoot.
She could shoot.
That girl could shoot.
She came out rolling.
I actually made a bet. I had made a bet. If she won that, I was gonna cop me a pair of her kicks.
Yeah.
I might still cop them, honestly, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, she came out rolling, lost a little bit. She lost some steam at the end. I don't know if maybe Sabrina, couldn't think of her name real quick, but she came out rolling, and at the end, she lost some steam. I don't know if it's because she was shooting so many shots behind the NBA 3-point line. I don't think that really is going to matter because I'm sure she shoots that deep anyway.
She does.
You know what I mean? So I don't think that matters. But, she lost a little bit of steam. She still scored 26, though.
She would have been tied in the men's.
She would have been tied in the men's. She'd have been tied in the men's. And then Steph only scored, what, 28, 29? Not only,
29,
but,
29.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's not like, what I mean, he scored that many more. How long before they just, have the best shooter in the WNBA enter the 3-point shooting contest?
I mean, if they want to integrate and grow the sport more, why not?
Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I mean? I mean, right now. Go ahead.
I think in years past they did like a 3-on-3 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a NBA or WNBA player or a former WNBA player.
It was.
But I know it was like a girl, an old timer, and then like maybe a current guy. You know what I mean? It was mixed around, but they tried to integrate it earlier in years past.
It was like a not a skills competition, but like a hot shot. Right? They had marks around the court. You know what I'm saying? And you had to shoot it and make it from those areas on the court. And they had like a WNBA player from a city's team, and then a player from that team. And they'd have like three or four cities or something like that participating. I think it was something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like a retired player too. Like, 'cause I remember it was like some old people that was kind of messing up the team, the camaraderie. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. East Blue Drew said when that girl Caitlin Clark comes in, it's going to be a problem. It's definitely going to be a problem. That girl can shoot. I got an 8th grader on my team that if she keeps working, she'll be able to shoot like Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? She came down in the game the other day. And she just dribbled up and pulled it up from the high school 3-point line. She pulled it up from about 7 feet behind the high school 3-point line. Splash. Everybody in the crowd was like, "Oh, she do that?" And they don't even know she's in 8th grade. I mean, she keeps it up. She'll be able to shoot that way. We gonna keep working it. See if we can get her there. But the 3-point contest. You know what's crazy? The 3-point contest has turned out to be the highlight of Saturday night. Because the slam dunk contest is terrible. I guess because there's no names, but there's no flair to it.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, and the creativity is gonna be hard to do something new. Like when you really think about it, and then, all right, fine, I'll figure out something that never was done.
Right.
Now, potentially, it's gonna be corny. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, could you just run it out? So now you just making up something stupid. Like, oh, you never seen this before? Yeah, because it's stupid.
Right.
Like nobody,
Yeah.
like, people thought of it. They just was like, nah, I'm
Nah,
not
I
gonna
ain't
do
gonna
that.
do that, man. I ain't doing that. Oh, East Blue Juice says Sim got himself a Stephanie Curry. Nah, no bull. She can shoot the ball. I mean, she shoots for us. Right now, she's inconsistent, but she used to be scared to shoot it. And now I'm going through a process with her where we're kind of telling her every time you touch the ball, we want you to shoot it. Right? You know, we got a super young team. So, you know, winning isn't always the end goal with this team. It's about how we grow and develop. You know, because we do have a lot of talent. We're just young. So she was scared to shoot, even though she could shoot it. So now we got her where she shoots. Every time she touches the ball, she's shooting it. No matter, and now she doesn't even look where the 3-point line is. It's just she's there and she just shoots it. Right? Now we got to rein her in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, teach her what's the good shot, what's a bad shot. But what we wanted her to do is just be confident enough to shoot it every time she touches it. You know what I'm saying? You know, last night she was practicing 3-pointers from the logo. The girl can shoot the ball. The girl can shoot. It's crazy that she's in 8th grade and can shoot like that. You know what I mean? She can shoot the rock. So, you know, we'll see how she develops and what she develops to be. You know, but man, that slam dunk contest, man. I don't know. We got to do something about it. It's no flair. I can remember when I was younger watching the slam dunk contest, and I was excited, like just super excited. One, because I knew the players that were in the slam dunk contest, and two, because there was just some flair about it. You know what I'm saying? It's no flair.
And not just, it's not even just the dunkers, because arguably in the last 10, probably 10 years, maybe even longer, the judges have been trash. You know what I mean? So like, even when we had a fire dunk contest, somebody getting robbed. You know what I mean? Like, and speaking of robbed, I see it in the chat. Obi got Obi, excuse me. Jacob got
He
robbed
did.
tonight.
He did. I feel like he did. That second dunk was dope. That was a dope dunk. You know what I mean? And he got, what, 47.8 or something like that?
Yeah, they lowballed him.
Yeah, they did.
They was I don't know who Jalen Brown paid, but you know what I mean? They was putting some extra points on his stat sheet all night. Like,
Yeah.
he ain't really do nothing special.
I feel like because he was the biggest name in it, maybe they just wanted to keep him in it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I feel like.
Yeah, somebody. I'm sorry, I don't remember who said it, but it was like they didn't want to put 2 G leaguers in the in the finals. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
It's a bad look.
I agree. I don't think they. Yeah, because because you don't get the name power, you don't get the star power. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that was. I mean, if you look at the 3-point contest, star power in there. You know what I'm saying? Mad star power. Dame obviously won the 3-point contest. Star power. You know what I mean? Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, Steph Curry wasn't in it, but he was in, you know, something, you know, a part of it, right? You know,
Yeah.
Him versus Sabrina. You know what I mean? Like, there's star power in there. Tyrese Halliburton in there, Jalen Brunson in there. You know, people that you want to see. Now, you know, with the slam dunk contest, you know what I mean? Like, you got the dude, who was the dude from Orlando, the Mexican dude?
No, from Miami.
Was he from Miami? Yeah, Miami. Yeah,
Yeah,
Miami.
yeah,
The dude from Miami.
Jamie Jacques Jr.
Yeah. He looked like he should. He looked like he should be out there fencing. That's what when I seen him, I was like, he looks like a fencer or something like that. You know what I mean? He can get up a little bit.
Yeah, he's the like the 4-year college player. Like 24-year-old rookie.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But this dunk right here that just showed up on the screen, man, that should have been way more than a 47.8. I mean, that's a 50 to me.
At least a 49.
That's a 50 to me. At least a 49.
Like you could shave a point because it was the second attempt. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it was. Because even in the first attempt, you couldn't tell what he was trying to do. You know what I mean? In the second attempt, it wasn't until the replay that you could really tell what he did.
Exactly.
But if you gotta look at the replay and then judge, then do that. You know what I mean?
Do the judges get a chance to look at the replay?
I'm pretty sure they do, or I'm pretty sure they could if they want to. You know what I mean? I'll say that. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that was a beautiful dunk. That was a beautiful dunk.
Unless it's clear cut. You know what I mean? My bad. Pardon me. Unless it's clear cut and, you know what I mean, no blemish. All right, I might just drop my 50. But, yeah, they have a chance to.
Yeah. Now, because they were talking about it on the telecast about, you know, it shouldn't matter if you missed the dunk or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, missing the dunk shouldn't shave off points from the dunk. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to. Let's put it like that. It's not supposed to. That's the rule.
Exactly.
Is that it's not supposed to.
And I agree that I agree with the rule, but by human nature, you know what I mean? Like, now it shouldn't be astronomical. Like if the dunk, you know what I mean? Especially if it wasn't like if it wasn't like, you know, mad misses like we used to see in the past.
Like Nate Robinson
mad misses
did.
7 times. Yeah, then
like
that's
Nate
totally
did.
different.
That's what Nate did, remember?
I do.
That man, he had mad times on that dunk.
That was probably the lowest point of the dunk contest, to be honest.
Right.
Because it was to a point where it was like, all right.
Give it up. Like, come on.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, yo, we never been here before. We can't just stop the dunk contest.
Right.
We gotta finish.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, because at that point, all right, you know, if you miss it one time, that might build anticipation. Like, oh, okay, that's what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then, all right, if you miss it a second time, now the third time should be it. If you know, once you go past the third time, it gets like, all right, bro. And then if you do it, it's like, all right, I mean, you had a million tries. You know what I mean? But, you know, 1 or 2 misses can build that anticipation. Then if you do it, you know, it's a little bit bigger. But after a while, it just gets boring. But here, you know, the way it's set up, you know what I mean? He did it on the second dunk. He should have got a 50. He got robbed on that one. And then Jalen Brown's dunks were kind of weak to me. I mean, the one dunk, he didn't put his elbow over his eyes till he was landing. Like, what we doing?
Like, yo, I was like, yo, he knows there's a replay, right? Like,
right.
So even if somebody fell for it, like, you know there was a replay, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was like, wait, what? And how can he score? I knew for sure. I was like, okay, he ain't beat Jacob Toppin on that dunk. Ain't no way he beat him on that dunk. And they gave it to him. That was whack. That was corny. That was corny. Ain't no way they was supposed to give him that. You know what I mean? They just wanted his name in there, I guess. That one dunk by, what's his name? McClung.
Mm-hmm. His last one was fire. I mean, all his joints was fire. One was shaky, but 2 of them joints was 50s, I think.
Yeah. The one, though, they said he threw it up to himself. I didn't really think he threw it up to himself.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He caught it off.
He caught it and then just caught it again.
Yeah,
he caught it, let it go, caught it again.
But they were saying on the telecast that he caught it, threw it to himself, and then dunked it. I just thought that he caught it, let it go.
Yeah, let it
go. And they grabbed it and dunked
it.
But they were saying he threw it to himself after he did that. I didn't really think he did. I mean, it was still a nice dunk, but I didn't think he did what they were saying he did.
I mean, even if he threw it up a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it wasn't like he threw it up to himself like up here and caught it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that was just gravity that made it look like.
Yeah. Because that's how it should have been. He caught it, threw it up there higher, and then caught it, and then boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, but it was still a nice dunk though. It was still a nice dunk. The kid, he got bounce. That's the thing with him. He got a lot of bounce. And so with you being small, then you got that bounce to get up. It looks better.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. There was one point where I ain't gonna lie, it looked like Jalen Brunson was like, man, I wish I could jump like that. like you can see him looking at McCullum like I'm like, yeah, he probably like, damn, I wish I could jump. Like I could do everything else. That's the only thing
Yeah. You know. I was about to say something else about one of them dunks. I forgot now. Oh, what was up with the dude, the fencing dude? He was wearing a hat during that one dunk? Like,
that might have messed up his score on that.
Right.
Because that was another one. I don't think they could clearly see. It was like a distraction.
Yeah. I don't know, I don't know what did he mean to do something with it? Was it supposed to be part of it or something like that? I don't know.
It looked corny. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it did. Kevin said that hat dunk was confusing. Yeah, it was confusing because I don't know what it was supposed to be about.
And it fell off the first time you put it back on. You would think, all right, let me leave this off.
So somehow, some way, he thought that was part of it.
I know it was the same as the jersey. So it was like,
it would have been dope if
Miami.
What would have been dope is if he knew that the hat was going to come off and he went up, dunked it, caught the hat, and put it back on his head. That would have been fire. I don't know if anyone could do that joint, but you know what I'm saying? That's tough to do. I mean, that would have been fire though. Yeah, that would have definitely been fire. But I don't know, slam dunk contest. I think they should change it. I think they should start putting the slam dunk contest early. Maybe let the 3-point contest take over. You know what I mean? Because that the slam dunk contest don't seem to be.
That might need to be Friday night. Like, give me the rookie sophomore. I get the dunk contest and the celebrity game and put those things together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they should start. Yeah, I mean, put it on another night because you know what I mean. It's nobody's really, unless you're gonna get some super big names. Jalen Brown's not even a big name for the dunk contest, in my opinion.
I feel like they begged them to come in. Listen, you come in. We need names. You come in here, we get you to the finals, and then it's on you.
Right.
I mean,
who would you right now want to see in the slam dunk contest?
I mean, I still want to see LeBron, like, because of what he's still doing on the court. Like, normally I'd be like, I would have loved to see LeBron 10 years ago, but I would still like to see LeBron, so I throw him in there. But yeah, the young boys, Ja, Edwards. I mean, those two mainly. Zion. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I like, part of me feels like something was told. Like there's like a something that's being spread around the NBA, like, players, and it's like common knowledge to them, because a lot of people just aren't. They're dead set against it. As much as everybody want to be like Mike, right? That's the one thing that they didn't follow, like following his footsteps. So I feel like there's something out there that keeps them from I don't think it's the injury risk unless there's a story that we don't know about where somebody did get hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they just kept it
I feel
silent.
like LeBron started it though.
You think he ended it?
I mean,
If you
well, yeah, okay.
started the trend.
Started the
I get
trend,
of
right?
not going.
I feel like LeBron started the trend because you know you was up in Kobe was in it, Vince Carter was in it. You know what I'm saying? You know, guys was in it, and then when LeBron came in, that was are you getting in the slam dunk contest? Never answered. The
Yeah,
1 year he was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I preliminarily put my name in, and then he didn't do it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of younger players just followed after that. I feel like if LeBron would have did it, younger
And
players I think would have followed after him and they'd be doing it too.
I think he never said it, but I think his reasoning was it's a like it's like a lose-lose in a sense.
Yeah.
Like if he don't win, you know what I mean? That's something for people to talk about. If he do win, especially pre-championship, you know what I mean? Like, oh, his priorities aren't in order.
Right.
And then after the chip, he's like, all right, I know what that feel like. I know a dunk contest ain't gonna feel like this. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
but yeah, I
Yeah.
think you got a point though. You like
Yeah.
you because it definitely stopped. You know what I mean? It stopped with him or started with him, however you want to phrase it. But that's the real problem.
Yeah. I mean I feel like yeah, and I feel like I guess I feel like it was just that. Because at this time LeBron was so image heavy. Everything was about his image. You know what I'm saying? It was like if I go in there and lose, you know what I mean, it's gonna take away from me being the golden child, the chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you remember hearing about, the kid dunking on him, high school kid dunking on him at Nike camp or whatever it is, and they going and confiscating the video and all that kind of stuff. He was so image heavy. You know what I mean? That I think he was afraid that he wasn't gonna win. You know what I mean?
And even if he won, like what does that really? And Mike won too. Mike won 2 dunk contests, right?
Mike, yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean? So even
I
if
think
he
he won
wins
too.
one, he got to win 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if he wants to, compete with Mike, you know what I mean?
I mean, ultimate, like, I mean, that's the way I look at it. I think I think he, certain guys, they look at all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're going to, like, when it's all said and done, he's going to have his argument against Mike or his argument of why he's the best ever. And so,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping that one of these young kids is like, yo, I'm gonna buck the trend. I'm gonna restart it. I'm gonna buck the trend, and I'm gonna get in
Edwards
there.
is the one.
Edwards
Is the one.
Yeah.
He the one that don't look. He seems like he can't be conformed. I mean, I know Ja going through. you might make the same argument. All right, those are the guys.
Yeah, those are the guys.
For 2 different reasons.
Right.
But those are the guys.
Right. You know what I mean? Any expectations about the All-Star game tomorrow?
I mean, I know I'm gonna miss most of it. I know that because
I'm probably gonna miss some. Yeah.
I got to work. No, I mean, not really. I don't. I'm not expecting anything spectacular. From Brunson in his first appearance, most first time all-star, especially a non-starter. They not getting the biggest of opportunity. So I will say though, I know Doc. You never know what Doc might. he might like he might like Brunson. He might give him some extra minutes. Um, but I think Halliburton gets the full opportunity to be MVP.
Yeah.
I think he gets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think he gets the most minutes. He gets the most touches. He gets to decide
Mm-hmm.
if he could get that honor.
Yeah, and it was no way that Halliburton was not going to be in the All-Star game this year with it being in Indiana, because with it being in Indiana, I'm pretty sure they had discussions like, we got to make sure people get out. You know what I'm saying? This is Indiana. You heard what, what's his name? Josh Hart said about Indiana, right? You know what I mean? But, I mean, he ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people want to go to Indianapolis.
It felt disingenuous to me. To me,
You know?
it felt like he was trolling.
Oh, I'm sure he was trolling.
You know what I mean? It felt like he was having his Joakim Noah Cleveland moment.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, I
nobody
mean,
wants to go to
yeah.
Cleveland.
Joking, no Cleveland. Yeah. For real. You know, but, of course they want to make sure, a place like Indiana, everybody gets out. It's a big money maker for the city, so for local commerce, local businesses and things like that, it's a big money maker for them, obviously for the NBA. But if they don't do anything, if they don't do something about the slam dunk contest and the All-Star game, you know what I mean? They'll lose money. They'll lose money because there was a time when the All-Star game, like dudes actually played hard. There was a time, like in the 90s, guys played hard, and then it just started getting. Now you just running up and down the floor, and guys having. You see better dunks in the slam dunk in the All-Star game because they're just running up and down the floor than you do in the slam dunk contest.
Part of, and this is maybe I could be reaching, and I may not be able to articulate what I'm trying to say 100%. But I think there's lost interest in the actual game itself.
Mm-hmm.
The meaning of playing in the All-Star game, actually being on the floor and competing, is devalued,
Right?
because it's so much incentive of just becoming an All-Star, being named the All-Star. You know what I mean? Like that's where the accolade and the bonuses and the All NBA, you know what I mean? Like or whatever the case is, like bumps in the contract, negotiating to, you know what I mean? Like I think there's no value in
nothing.
If you take all the incentives away from being an All-Star,
mm-hmm.
and just kind of like take the contract incentives out, you know what I mean? And just kind of let you know what I mean? You earn it, you play it. I think that has something to do with it. Like they don't really care. And yeah, like what are you really winning?
Right. I mean, nothing. There's really not much to it. Not much to it besides I'm being named an All-Star. You know what I mean? It's not much to it at all. I think they can do better. Now that they have this in-season tournament, I still think you can do better by just naming players who are All-Stars. You can name 15 All-Stars, right? And then you have the in-season tournament championship during All-Star weekend.
Yeah, that actually makes a whole lot more sense. And maybe move the All-Star, move it earlier. You know what I mean? Like to the midway point of the season. You know what I mean?
Right, the midway
41 games.
Exactly, because right now
you even everything out.
Yeah, because right now it's after the Super Bowl, and I guess maybe they don't want to compete with NFL playoffs, right? Because if they're doing it in January, you might be competing with the NFL playoffs.
Yeah, they don't.
So that's going to be an issue.
And
TV ratings and all that kind of stuff.
That's 100% fact, because that's why the in season tournament is so early. It's like, oh, the
Yeah.
season just started.
That's what
they in
I'm
the
saying.
they in the championship. What you mean?
Right.
Like, well, oh, that ain't no real championship. It's 30. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
40 games into this, 40
Yeah.
days into the season.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and yeah, that's the only reason they would do that, because it don't make any sense
Yeah.
to have, like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think, but if they could find a way to just work that game into All-Star Weekend, I know it's far off. That game was in December. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole 2 months away. I don't know, but they need something else.
It's kind of, well, and that's the other part too, because, well, I guess if Vegas is getting an arena or a team, they can't have the thing in Vegas every year. But that was part of their pitch too. You get to go to Vegas, get to play in
Right.
Vegas. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
so that was part
Right.
of their pitch. So now it's like, oh, you get to play in Indiana. Like, what? Nobody want to go
Right.
to
Nobody wants to
Indiana.
go to Indiana and play. Um. Hey, I don't know. They gotta figure out something because it ain't working. Or maybe I don't know. I don't know. Because watch tomorrow. We hear every single year, oh, this game is terrible. It's not good. It's not fun. For most of the game, and then maybe the last 5 minutes, there's a little bit of action in there. And I know
I know.
teams are afraid of injuries, players are afraid of injuries, and all that kind of stuff. That's why if you can figure out something else, it'd be better.
I think the only problem is, I mean, it's a couple of problems, because the people, the fans are voting for All Stars. I mean, I know it's only
Right.
50%, but so they want to see them play. You know what I mean? Like, they want to see their guy play in the All Star game. Because now I'm looking at that championship game. Now we talking about two teams fans. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Two teams fans. Yeah, that's true.
May I mean the only yeah, because
Yeah.
now yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
The only other thing I would say is give the players the option. Like, maybe have the players have some input
Hmm.
into how to restructure things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because they're the ones that
It'll
ultimately gotta
gotta
perform.
play. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see what the game looks like tomorrow. And now they
I never
got,
thought about
before and back in the day, it used to be just a straight up game. Now they got the whole, which I guess is kind of cool, but they got the whole scoring thing where, uh,
Yeah,
you
that made it more competitive.
you're playing to a certain number after the first 3 quarters or whatever now you're playing to this number, 150, 160 or something
Yeah,
like that, which it
I
did.
think.
It made it a little more
Yeah.
competitive. Yeah, made it a little more competitive. Um, Randall
Do you
wasn't
think?
there tonight. Obviously, didn't see Randall in the building. We seen Brunson on the bench after the 3-point contest. Looked a little lonely, arms folded.
Yeah, he looked like he the only one that didn't have a friend.
You know what I'm saying? Looked a little lonely out there. But I did see him, eventually start laughing and talking with some people. I know you asked me, who do I think he's recruiting out there? Who do you think he's recruiting out there?
I think he gonna start his recruiting tomorrow with I don't know if he can convince him, but he gotta stay in Aunt Edwards' ear. You know what I mean? They built a little bond in the summer. You know what I mean? This is the first time. I mean, they getting, or he'll be playing against them, but
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I don't yeah, that's the only guy that I would hope he could talk into saying, "Hey, you built for this city right here, man. The lights, smile, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
The
mean,
charisma."
shoot. Let me tell you, I mean, Anthony Edwards, with this squad right here, I mean, obviously it's a pipe dream. You know what I'm saying?
It,
To add him to this team, it's a pipe dream to add him to this team. If you were to somehow, Minnesota's not giving him up easy.
no, but
They trying to keep that brother around. You know what I mean? They're not giving him up easy at all.
I'd be like, yo, remember what y'all gave up for Gobert? You get all that back and some.
You know what I mean? You know,
You know what I mean?
like
You remember how everybody was laughing, like, yo, you see what they gave up? Now
I
you
mean,
get all
like
now we could be laughed at.
you talk about. I mean, this man is getting a super max with Minnesota. Whenever that time comes, because they're not getting nobody else. Like,
Yeah, they got
people
no choice.
are
I know.
not clamoring to go to Minnesota. You know what I mean? So it's hard. It's, when they get a guy like that, they gotta pay him. They gotta pay him because people ain't trying to go to Minnesota.
They also got to win though.
Yeah, they gotta win.
He doesn't seem like, and granted, they on the path. You know what I mean? So everything is pointing for him to be there. But
Yeah,
he's the type of guy that he doesn't seem to be the type of guy that will be satisfied with the supermax,
right.
but not in the position to win it all.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to do a quick recap of tonight's events. Jalen Brunson eliminated from the 3-point contest. Jacob Toppin cheated in the slam dunk contest because the referees, scorers, whatever they are, judges, didn't seem to know what they were doing out there. But anyway, they wasn't gonna let the brothers win it. They wasn't gonna let Obi and Jacob win it, I guess. I don't know. Matt McClung. Not that many people know who he is, but Matt McClung won it again. Slam dunk contest.
They're gonna be like, who is the 2-time slam dunk? He's gonna be the only name that they can't think of.
They can't think of.
They be like, all right, I know Jordan won twice.
Yeah, I know this guy won twice.
Did Dominique win twice? See, I know.
Right. Matt McClung. Who?
No, I thought you said the NBA dunk.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. But ladies and gentlemen, we're up out of here. Appreciate your time. I guess I'll see you after the All-Star game sometime tomorrow night. I don't know what time exactly because I'm actually taking my girls out bowling. We're going to Dave & Buster's tomorrow about 5 o'clock. So, we'll probably be there till, I don't know what time the game starts, but I'm probably not really going to see the game. But I will do an All-Star game. I will do a show later on tomorrow night. I mean, anything else you want to add? Talk about Tony.
I'm back on Monday, regular day, regular scheduled day. Had to take some time off, but we back.
Yeah.
You see the thumbnail, so we, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
Just look out for it. 5 o'clock Monday.
No doubt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm up out of here. Appreciate your time. I don't know why y'all watching me. Y'all supposed to be out partying tonight. It's Saturday night. Y'all supposed to be out there doing your thing. I guess everybody in here is old. Everybody in the chat is probably old. They're like, nah, I don't do that no more.
Or, they could be like me back in the day, watching the Knicks contact with their shorty.
They could. They could, no doubt. Folks, anyway, if you're home, if you're partying and just listening, whatever it is, have a good time. Be safe. You know what I mean? And I'll catch you tomorrow night. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When send past the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Who gon' win us the game? You you wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors, post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sob like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.